And we're tracking the vaccine tonight at 10. It wasn't the news many of us wanted to hear. A video released today by CVS Health shows Pfizer CEO Albert Bourla saying it is likely people who receive the vaccine could need a third dose in 6 months to a year. We're digging into this and talked to a local expert about what the science says right now. We also asked how likely it is that the COVID vaccine becomes an annual shot. And their answers may surprise you.
Matt Koufax spoke with infectious disease experts with USC and Prisma Health. He is live tonight outside the Greenville County Health Department. Matt, what did you learn?
Yeah, well, Cody, Tori, I did speak with one infectious disease expert, as you mentioned, who told me that while some companies like Pfizer may think that a third dose is, quote, likely, it's not really a sure thing yet. He says there's still a lot of studies that are ongoing, research that needs to be done, but it is important, he emphasized, that we get vaccinated with the current dosage in a race against COVID and its variants.
Marty Simonson says she's not surprised by the Pfizer announcement.
It makes sense. I mean, you get a regular flu vaccine every year, so why wouldn't we?
She says she just got dose 2 a few weeks ago, has since returned to a more normal life, and would do it again if she needed to keep from getting COVID.
I will, absolutely. It's a killer.
But is a third dose, or even an annual COVID vaccine, definitely 100% going to be needed at this point? That's what we asked Dr. Helmut Albrecht.
I actually think it's a good idea to get ready for this, and they're actually studying this. We're just not that far into the vaccine to know when the right time is and if there's a need for it.
Albrecht says it's a possibility, but the data is very speculative at this point in his opinion.
Context, I think, is important. There is no 1-year data. There's clearly no 2-year data for this vaccine.
He says the only thing we know for sure is that protection from the vaccine definitely lasts at least 6 months, because that's all the time doctors have had to study.
Not even in the trials the patients have received this a year ago. So nobody knows this for a fact.
He says the current study Pfizer is doing will give more details on immunity levels after longer periods of time, but time is also the enemy.
Biggest threat to vaccine failure and efficacy is these variants.
Albrecht says that for now the vaccines are holding up well, but that's only if we keep up the current pace.
My wishful thinking is that people behave, get vaccinated, and it will go away and we don't need a third dose.
So the message, only time will tell at this point. Now, Albrecht says that it's really important that we make a distinction between needing a third dose on an original existing vaccine like a booster or needing a completely new vaccine because the variants are overpowering the effectiveness of the current one. He says that is sort of the race against time that we're in right now. That's why it's really important to get vaccinated to stop the spread. He also adds that if we do need a third dose for Pfizer, if we do end up needing one, we will likely need one for Moderna as well. In Greenville tonight, Matt Koufax, Fox Carolina, the 10 o'clock news.
Thanks, Matt. Remember, if you have questions about the vaccines, you can download our free Fox Carolina News app. There's the QR code you can scan, or you can go to your Apple Store or Google Play, download it, find the Tracking the Vaccine section, and submit your vaccine question. We'll work to get that answered as fast as possible.